Okay, in the following set of examples, we're going to apply the laws of logarithms. So in order to do that, let's first discuss what the laws of logarithms are, and then we'll take a look at some examples. So the first law is the law of the product of numbers. So the log of a product of numbers is the sum of the log of the numbers. So let's think about this for a second. We have the log base A of AB, or A times B. You simply break that up as the log of A plus the log of B. Similarly, if you are dividing the log base A of A over B, you would subtract. So log base A of A minus log base A of B. That's what you get. Now if you have an exponent, what you do is you say, okay, log base A of A to the C. Just bring the C out. The exponent, you bring it out and you write it as C log base A of A. So not much to it. And now we can go ahead and apply the laws of logarithms. So let's keep these in mind right here, and then we're going to talk about next set of problems. So here we notice we've got product 7 times x to the 5th times y, and then we've also got an exponent. So we know we're going to add all of these things, and then the 5 needs to come out in front as a coefficient. So let's take a look and see what this looks like. Alright, so let me change my pen real quick so we can separate this. So I'm going to say, well, this is just log base A of 7 plus, now the 5 needs to come out. So the 5 we will pull out, and we're going to say 5 log base A of x plus, and then we're going to add the y. So log base A of y. So this is what our answer would look like for this one. Remember, we're multiplying everything, so everything needs to get added. And then the only added thing here is that we have an exponent, so that comes out to the front, and we put it right there as a coefficient. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more examples. So in this example, in the top, we've got a product, and then we're dividing by 8. So we're going to apply a couple of the rules, and we also have exponents. Don't forget that. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. So we're going to have log, and I'm going to put this top part in parentheses, okay? I'm going to put the top part in parentheses, and actually let me just start over real quick because I just forgot we had an exponent. So it's going to be 4 log base 3 of x plus 2 log base 3 of y, and I'm going to close, and then minus, okay, because we're dividing by log base 3 of 8. So it's going to look something like that. At this point, you can actually just drop the parentheses, but this is good enough for the answer. But I'm just distinguishing that the top we're adding and the bottom we're subtracting, and that's why I've put in parentheses there. But you don't need the parentheses at this point anymore. Okay? Now let's take a look at one more example. And in this example, it's a little bit different because we're now going backwards. So we know here that if we are subtracting, so in this area we're subtracting, we know we're going to divide t over s. And then we see this 4 in the front as a coefficient, so we know that makes this u to the 4th. And because we're adding, this is going to go into the numerator, and this guy here in the denominator. So let's take a look at what that looks like here for a second. So we're going to have log base A. Now I have for sure t on top, and in the bottom I'm going to have s, and then this 4 comes back up, so it becomes u to the 4th power, and it looks just like that. So t is being multiplied by u to the 4th, all divided by s, and so that's what this simplification looks like. So just some really good examples, and I'm just going to flip back to the very beginning here so that you can see the laws one more time and close out with the laws of logarithms. They're really important. They can really make your life a lot easier, especially if you're doing a lot more advanced, maybe calculus where you're dealing with logarithms. So these problems are really simple, and I think they're kind of fun. So good luck.